To become a $100 million marketer, you have to become what I call a level 5 marketer. And in this video, I'm going to explain what a level 5 marketer is. I'm also going to walk you through levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to explain what each one means, how you can move from each level to the next. Hopefully that'll help you get there much, much faster and mean that you don't get stuck at, say, level 3 like I did for years. Okay, so let's start with level 0 marketers. Level 0 marketers have no interest in marketing, no idea how to market, don't do any marketing. That's level 0. Level 1 is one step on from that. It's someone who has watched a couple of YouTube videos, read a couple of articles, feel like they know how to reach out to people organically on LinkedIn or run a basic Instagram ad campaign. But they know just enough to be dangerous.
I'm in danger.
They get things up and running, but they almost certainly waste their time and money if they're investing it in, say, an ad campaign, for example. You're actually better off being a level 0 marketer than you are a level 1 marketer. If you ever hear someone say,
I tested Facebook ads or I tested setting up a YouTube channel and it didn't work,
that's almost certainly a level 1 marketer. They know a little bit of information, just enough to get a campaign set up, but not enough to actually deliver results. Now, a level 2 marketer is something quite different. This is someone that has taken the time to develop some expertise. They have been through a course like my Facebook Ads Insiders course if they're interested in Facebook advertising. They've put in the time and effort to work out what they need to do in order to deliver results in whatever sort of marketing channel they're looking to do that in. Now, these are people that are able to run a Facebook ad campaign profitably, that are able to build a blog using SEO techniques that work and bring in traffic and things like that. So they know what they're doing, level 2 marketers, but they're still doing everything themselves. Now, most level 2 marketers are working for someone else, whether that's as part of a company or part of an agency. Those that do and are good at it can easily hit 6 figures. For those that work for themselves and are willing to work every second of every day, they can just about scrape 7 figures as a level 2 marketer, but having to work that much, I can tell you, is not fun. Level 3 marketers is where we start to get other people involved. So it's where you're able to hire people and delegate the tasks that you know how to do. For example, you could hire a copywriter to help you write ad copy or improve the copy on your sales pages. You could hire a graphic designer to put together ad images or other creative assets for you. Now, level 3 marketers can get a lot more done and take on a lot more than level 2 marketers because you're leveraging those other people's time, but you are still constrained by the time it takes to hire people, to train them up, and you're constrained by your own knowledge base. You're hiring as a level 3 marketer people that predominantly don't have expertise that you don't have, and therefore you're going to have to train them in how you like things done and things like that. Now, level 3 marketers can certainly hit 7 figures. The really good ones can reach multiple 7 figures, which is what I was able to do as a level 3 marketer. But there are still obviously levels to go. Most people never make it to level 3, by the way. Most people that have their own business or they're a freelancer or something know they need to be marketing their services, their product. They just make it to level 1. A small percentage of those that make it to level 1 make it to level 2, and they do much better for it. A very small percentage of the ones that make it to level 2 go on to make it to level 3, but I can so strongly recommend making it to level 3. Having extra people involved can massively increase your output, can massively increase your earning potential, and it means you don't have to work yourself to death as well, which is a massive positive. Level 4 marketers are similar to level 3 marketers, but there's one big difference. Level 4 marketers hire people that know how to do things that they themselves do not know how to do. So let me give you an example. I don't really know anything about LinkedIn advertising. So instead of trying to work it out myself, hire someone, train them up, quite a long, lengthy process, I can instead hire the best person, agency, etc., for LinkedIn advertising specifically, and I could say to them, look, I want 100,000 followers on this platform, go ahead and make it happen. Now, as you can imagine, level 4 marketers are able to make so much more progress much faster than level 3 marketers because you're missing out all that training time, which is enormous. You're also missing out the time it takes for you to develop the expertise in the first place so that you can then train your people. You're just hiring an expert. You don't need to know how it happens in the specifics. You're just hiring and going, that's my vision, that's what I want, this is what I'm pointing at, go ahead and make it a reality. And because of that, competent level 4 marketers end up with 8-figure businesses easily. Level 5 marketers go a step further and they just point at a vision and say to the people they already have working for them in their team, go ahead and make that happen. So instead of it being specific like the LinkedIn advertising example, you might be able to say to your team, I want to increase sales by 20% this quarter, or I want our conversion rate from lead to eventual client to increase by 8% this quarter. Now, to say something like that and make it happen as a true level 5 marketer, you need to have level 4 and level 3 marketers working for you. If you're saying, I want sales to increase 20% this quarter, you need someone to work out how exactly that's going to be done for them then to hire the people that are going to make it happen. If, for example, I'm saying, I want 20% more sales this quarter, and my level 4 marketer that's working for me has worked out that LinkedIn is a fantastic opportunity, we should be advertising that platform, let's find an agency to make that work, and then can go and do that, get that all set up and implemented, a quality level 4 marketer, that is the only way you can be a level 5 marketer. So you might have noticed going through these 5 levels that it's all really about time. It's about massively shrinking the time it takes for things to get done and for things to get done successfully.
My motto is simple: efficiency, efficiency, efficiency.
Because the vast majority of success in business isn't coming up with something new and clever and shiny. That's what a lot of us like to focus on, but it's not. Most of the success comes from just doing the things you know you should be doing, but you just don't have the time and capacity to get to them. For example, how many marketers, entrepreneurs, small business owners, whatever, know they should have a sophisticated email follow-up sequence, and that would help increase their conversion rates or increase the number of sales they generate, but they just haven't got to it yet, or know they should be readjusting the landing pages on their website because they don't convert as well as they like to. They know they should be doing it, but they don't have the capacity and the resources to make it happen. Now, as I said, most people never get past level 1. Of those that do, only a very small percentage get to level 2. Of those that get to level 2, only a small percentage get to level 3, and so on and so on. And that's why the rewards for reaching those higher levels financially can be absolutely enormous. It's also very easy to get stuck. I was stuck as a level 3 marketer for many years. I was able to build a 7-figure advertising agency and then a multi-7-figure advertising agency as a level 3 marketer, but I was constrained in how fast I could grow, how many clients we could take on, how much money we could make by needing to be part of the process to make sure that everyone in the team was doing what they're supposed to be doing, was doing it to the high enough standard, was being trained to do things how we like them done. I'm now really focusing on becoming a level 4 marketer and hiring people that I'm not necessarily going to train, but I can just say, look, increase the conversion rate on this sales page because I know it can be doing better, go ahead and do it. That shift is difficult, but it's necessary if I want to go up to 8 figures and then beyond in the next few years. Now, the big question that you might be thinking is, can you skip levels? And honestly, the answer is no. And here's why. To become a level 5 marketer, you need to hire level 4 and level 3 marketers. We've been through the process of what a level 5 marketer is, so hopefully you understand why. Level 4 marketers are firstly very expensive. If someone's going to work for you, the opportunity cost on that person's time and their skill set is big. So they cost a lot of money. Most people can't afford that unless they've gone through the stages and acquired resources as they've gone along. Level 4 marketers are also not going to want to work for anyone who is not a level 5 marketer. Even if, for example, you had a bunch of money for whatever reason, if they don't see where the business is going, they don't see that there's massive upside, the best people, the people that make it to level 3 and level 4 marketers, they're going to want to work for someone else. You really need to put in the time and demonstrate that you have the expertise, you have the credibility, and that you're going somewhere.
Are you peacocking?
In order to attract the right people. Even now, as someone who's becoming a level 4 marketer, I can tell you that it costs a lot more to hire someone that's a true expert in their field and say, I don't know how to get this outcome, you please go ahead and do it, let me know what you need from me, as opposed to hiring someone out of school or out of college and training them up. They command much higher salaries or fees depending on how you're taking them on. And again, you need to build up those resources as you go along in order to be able to hire these people. You're not going to be able to do that, the vast majority of people, as a level 0 or level 1 marketer. So you can't skip levels. That's just not really possible, but you can move through them very quickly, much faster than the 7 years it has taken me to now start to become a level 4 marketer in my business. I've had my own business in one form or another for 11 years. You can do it in a much shorter time frame than that. For example, let's assume you're watching this, you're a level 0 marketer. Okay, you spend the next hour watching a couple of my YouTube videos on how to set up a Facebook ad campaign, if Facebook and Instagram ads is what you're into, and there you go, you're a level 1 marketer. You go ahead and take a course, or you consume 100 of my videos on YouTube, and you might start to get close to a level 2 marketer. You're probably gonna have to run some test campaigns, but this is a process that can take weeks if you're really good and very dedicated and willing to work long hours, months if you're wanting things to be more balanced. That doesn't need to take forever, and then you can start to push on to becoming a level 3 marketer within, say, 6 to 12 months. This is not something that needs to take forever. There are 2 main things that you need to have to go from one level to the next, and 3 things when we get to higher levels, but I'll explain. So firstly is you have to know what the next level is. You need to know what progress looks like. Okay, I'm a level 2 marketer, I'm doing everything myself. The next step is to hire hire people that I can then train that don't cost a huge amount of money because they don't have skills yet, and they can then implement a lot of the stuff I'm doing and free up a lot of my time to do other things. So now that you know that step, that's the first part that you need. The second part that you need is the resources to make it happen. You need to have done well enough job as a level 2 marketer to be able to afford people to hire to go ahead and become a level 3 marketer. Hopefully that's fairly self-explanatory. And then when you get to the higher levels, you need to be the person, the business on the growth path, on the trajectory that is exciting enough to be able to attract high enough talent, good enough talent for you to go on to become those level 4 and particularly a level 5 marketer. So those are the things that you really need to move from the step. And the most important thing that we've covered is that you know what the levels are and you can now move between them. You don't want to get stuck thinking this is all there is. I don't really know how to go to the next level. A lot of people who have achieved a level of success like myself get stuck in level 3 thinking that's what got them to the game, that's what's worked for them so far, that's how they're going to be. And it is a mindset shift to go to level 4. Those people cost a lot more. You're also putting a lot more trust in expertise because you're not training people how to do things your way. You're allowing them to do it their way, which is difficult. And that's why a lot of people get stuck. But if you can really think through this and aim to move through the steps, that's what I'm in the process of doing, trying to go to level 4 now. In 5-10 years time, the difference that will make is absolutely massive. So if you find this sort of information useful and want to see more of it, please let me know in the comments below, and please go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.